sent back here for an interview. Where anybody's at? This must be it. Got places to go, things to do. I'm messing around with him. What are you doing? Oh!
Fans, welcome to the AON RunDown.
So, X, I thought you were going to have our new set. Where is it?
Next week.
You said that 2 dunes ago.
What?
Never mind.
On today's show, we will discuss the results from extermination in Altoona and take a look at the kidnapping of AON co-owner Cass Edison's niece, Emily Carmichael. Yeah, and the start of the AON general manager's investigation. That's right, Samantha Sanders' investigation on the death of AON founder Alex O. Norway.
That's a lot.
And allow me to add, we had a sellout crowd at Extermination.
Did we?
It's no wonder. I mean, everybody knows why. We had the best live entertainment.
Exactly.
That's all or nothing professional wrestling. It's because of people like Shane Malice, Randall Fairway. Let's see if I can do it right. Let me see if I can do justice, man. Let me see. Black Lightning. And there's a few other, good ones.
What about Justin Starr?
Yeah. Naked Genius.
Yeah. Well, we'll dive into the results right after this break.
Yeah. Thanks, Seacrest.
Who's that?
Starr? Justin Starr? You think he's great?
If you like the action you see on the AON RunDown, then don't miss the hottest show in town. All or Nothing Professional Wrestling Live. At Extermination in Altoona, some huge things went down here in AON, guys.
Huge.
Let's go through all that happened, and the sold-out crowd was on hand. First up, we saw C4 take on Psycho Fusion.
Psycho Fusion.
No. What is that?
I believe there's just a new mask, Mike.
It was not.
It was
Psycho
just
Fusion.
a new mask.
Psycho Fusion, for those of you that weren't there, has an entirely new look. Doesn't look like the old Psycho with the red mask at all. This guy, it's even scarier, even more psychotic than we've seen him in the past. Although, if you ask Edwards, it was some Psycho Fusion double.
Me and Otis talked about it. We know it's not him. So Otis came over. He's like, "That's not him, Edwards." Otis even knew.
Does your buddy Cass Edison know you're chit-chatting, hobnobbing with cousin Otis?
Hobnobbing?
What kind of harm is he gonna do? Otis is a nice guy. That laugh's infectious. But let me tell you something.
So is the
It's
plague.
not Psycho Fusion. I don't care what you say. It was Psycho Fusion. He came out to the ring during that match.
No.
Yes, there was
No.
Psycho Fusion walked out. There he was. You can see the tattoo that said Psycho was starting to rub off during the match. It was fake. It was Crayola.
Are you serious?
You were there. You saw Psycho
I
come walk
saw
out.
Psycho
Okay,
Fusion
you
in
saw
his
Psycho
new
walk
look
out.
that
No,
he
no, no.
promised
You
that
saw
he
Psycho
delivered.
walk out. You saw him walk out to ringside. That's how
Denial
it's-
is not just a river in Egypt.
Wait, you know what? How about this?
What about the match itself?
Yeah.
Let's go to this. Why would you do that to C4? Why would you ask him? The guy got beat down, and you get in the ring, and you want to interview him then?
My interview?
Kick him when he's down? Is that what this is all about?
Look, I was asked to do an interview with C4. I felt the opportunity was right. I jumped in the ring, grabbed the mic, and
Somebody's trying to get you killed.
well, obviously, furthermore, he had no right to lay his hands on me. I am not a wrestler. I am a broadcast journalist. I interview the wrestlers and ring announce and everything like that. No right to grab a hold of me and throw me into the corner like that and nearly pummel me. Thank God for Samantha Sanders coming out there and making sure that, no harm
got
came to
saved
me.
by a girl.
Okay, all this aside,
A very hot girl, I might add.
we didn't tell them who won.
Psycho Fusion,
There.
of course.
Psycho Fusion.
Psycho Fusion picking up a victory
C4
over
was,
I will say this.
Psycho Fusion was ready to face. C4 is going to face Psycho Fusion, not Psycho Fusion.
I will say this though. I mean, take nothing away from C4 and what he did to me. I was kind of worried there for a little bit about C4. He took a nasty bump outside the ring, and Otis almost called the match. Black Lightning stopped it. C4 said he wanted to go on. I will say this about C4. He is a fighting champion. He's not holding a title, but he's a fighting individual. He's got a lot of moxie, as the old timers would say. But didn't do him any good because Psycho Fusion won. So
I talked to him afterwards. I did the right interview, wait till he cooled down, not embarrass him in front of a sellout crowd. He's doing okay. He's fine, folks. Don't worry about him. He'll be at the next show. He'll be in Johnstown for Final Passage.
Where
For
was
all you
Zach
C
Rain?
fanatics.
Zach Rain put his #1 contendership on the line against NJ Syndicate.
Yeah.
Where was he?
where was Zach Rain?
You notice how quickly the Thug was to jump in the ring and take that shot? I wanted to bet Thug probably jacked his car.
Jacked his car.
I've been known to steal things everywhere. The Thug steals stuff everywhere.
Aren't you
$1 million check.
buddies with little
We're
fisty wing
saying
boys
again,
there? I mean,
Where was
Zach
Chaos?
Rain told me he's going to be there all day. Where was Chaos? He probably was sitting in the car keeping it warmed up.
Don't you have the inside scoop as to where he was? Have you talked to him since?
He's not really talking to anybody right now. He's a little upset about the way that went down. So he's not
Rightfully
returning
so.
calls. But I mean, he lost his #1 contention. It wasn't even his fault. I'm still willing to bet the Thugs. Chaos is probably driving around doing donuts in the parking lot with his car.
All I know is NJ Syndicate, again, unbelievable, proving that after leaving the Empire was the best thing for him.
I agree.
Delivers that kick and OFT's out. NJ Syndicate is your new #1 contender for the
That's gonna
TV
be a
title.
great
There
match.
you go.
The #1 contender for the PA title, James Ford of the Red River Rebels, took on #1 contender for the PA title, former #1 contender, Mr. Purple Stuff.
You stop
Sherrod Hall.
doing that?
Sorry, I like to lean on people. We don't have a new set, and I have a bad back.
Well, let's just.
And that week back, since a week back.
I'm getting a week back right now. Get off me.
All right. Well,
May, first of all, publicly apologize again to Cousin Otis. I talked with him before the show went on the air, and
Apologize.
I was caught up in the moment between John McGraw and James Ford. When that match went down, I got a little caught up in the moment of watching two great stars pummel each other in the ring. Otis understands it. I'm a wrestling fan just like the rest of us, so...
You were
enjoy the
riding
match.
him all night.
Well, we talked over. We're cool now. It's all good, Otis. I mean, once again, I publicly apologize for what happened. We're cool. I mean, he was the first one to point out that it was a fake psycho.
Yeah, you apologized,
And-
all right? Anyway, what about the match?
Got a cold? What about the match?
it was a good match.
It was a good match.
Yeah?
Sherrod
Yeah.
Hall.
James Ford is impressive in that ring. I'm surprised at how good he is one-on-one. I didn't think he was... I knew he was good, but... I didn't think he was
He
that
is the
good.
#1 contender.
Take
for
nothing
the
away from
Pennsylvania
Sherrod
Championship.
Hall.
Yes, he is.
Sherrod Hall, I believe, is the uncrowned champion there.
Sherrod Hall, of course, getting ripped off.
Once again.
I don't see how. He was in the match.
I don't see how. He was in the match.
Really? Really?
He lost fair and
Really?
square.
Were we watching the same match?
I think so.
I don't think
He
we
was
were.
on his
I believe.
computer doing AON Live. He might have been.
I don't know if that's what he was doing, but
Oh,
regardless.
no. It was a good match. I give James Ford all the credit in the world. Going from being a tag team wrestler... How can you not even admit that the guy going from being tag team to single wrestler is
Oh, wait a
impressive
second.
he is in one-on-one?
Yeah, he won fairly. Let me go over my notes here. Shane Malice interrupts the match, and Sherrod is disqualified. James Ford is your #1 contender for the PA. Really? Shane Malice interfered, and that's a fair match?
Anything the project's involved is fair.
Really? Really?
Yep. Anything the project's involved is fair.
Okay.
They can do whatever they want. They got Cass Edison behind them.
Quick on your feet.
That's right.
How about the tag team champions, the Psychotic Assassins, Ryan Fear and the Man-Child, taking on Israel Sharif Kapoor, Adam Nostikov, the Cartel, two of the members, rematch the Broker Maid,
Well, I'll tell you what, I was a little worried about the man-child there for a while, suffering an injury to that left knee of his at the hands of the
And he was
cartel.
actually taken out of the match for about, 5-10 minutes?
At least, but he came back guns a-blazing, and he was just laying waste to the cartel. Unbelievable, tenacious spirit in this kid.
I don't even think he knows how tough or how strong he is.
He doesn't.
He's a cute kid, though.
How can you tell him the mask?
No,
That's
the
on
way-
his face?
That's the way it was normally.
That's not.
Anyway, of course, a little bit of chicanery going on in that match as well, but at least the psychotic assassins held on to the title.
By
For-
disqualification, correct?
That is correct.
For once, I have to agree. Definitely, I was glad to see the Psychotic Assassins winning that matchup. Let's face it. I mean, I spent enough time. I spent over a month with Mr. Nostikov and Sharif Fakor.
How was
and,
that month?
Yeah, that was terrible. That was not the best month of my life, that's for sure.
I heard you got Taco Bell.
Well, I mean, it wasn't
And he had
that
internet
bad. I mean, they were
access.
nice
You
about
had
it.
karaoke and
You know, it's still, you're locked away from everybody. You can't go to the shows. You can't be here. Keeping an eye on YouTube, keeping you guys out of trouble.
did they promise you 72 virgins?
71.
Oh,
I'm not their religion, remember? That's only for people in there.
oh, you're Pastafarian.
That's right. But I'm glad to see that the Psychotic Assassins held onto the belts against
What are you doing?
the cartel.
Nothing.
You know, have it just long enough until the project beats them for the belts.
Okay.
Let's move on.
For the
Shane
Rebels.
Malice, one of your buddies, taking on rundown favorite Marcus Cage, the Nomad.
Wow.
Short match, though, guys.
Let's see. We have all about 5 seconds to sum this up. Shane Malice dominated. Let's just move on.
Shane's a monster.
I'll tell you what, though. Shane Malice is showing a more aggressive attitude lately.
I like it.
It
That
seems like
is-
he's hungry for AON Gold.
He wants some sort of a belt around his
You
waist.
figure he hasn't held a title since Wild Stallions.
Let me give.
Yeah, whenever old
Whenever-
GQ is holding him back.
Well, let's also.
More like carrying him.
Oh, hang on. Let's also consider Nomad. As of recent weeks, we've seen on the rundown, Nomad, I think, is missing his buddy, the man-child, and I think it's kind of affected his in-ring abilities. I mean, he's just not the same Marcus the Nomad Cage that we all know and love, who's the favorite here on the rundown.
Still smells like a hoagie.
Carmichael?
And you can even see that the man-child isn't the
Emily.
same since they, split up. The man-child is missing the Nomad as well.
Justin Starr, Black Lightning,
Oh.
Television Championship.
Barn burner.
Anytime these two are in a match, it's an incredible match.
Yeah, it's incredible. Of course, would have been more incredible if Black Lightning's manager, rapper, whatever the guy is, would have left the baby powder at home.
The baby
Who is
powder?
that rapper from?
Well, I hope it's baby powder.
I thought he was just gonna, I thought it was just a little bit of powdered sugar he was offering. Here, Justin Starr had done it without any sugar backstage.
Did you see him with a donut in the ring? Did you see him with a donut in the
I
ring?
would have
Well,
known.
he doesn't have anywhere to hide it, that's for sure.
I would have known if there was a donut.
That's true.
in the ring.
Oh, that's true, I gotta give him credit on that one. He would know about it.
Anyways,
Who came up
Little-
victorious?
oh, Black Lightning with a little help from his, rapper buddy.
Who is he?
I don't
It's
know.
kind of money you get in the Empire. You can buy rappers. You can buy anything you want.
I want to buy a cheeseburger. Anyhow, main event. Colin Blair, the Cartel. Project 13's Randall Fairway. Non-title. But
But
if Colin Blair won, he gets the money in the bank stipulation.
he's already defeated Randall Fairway. He wants to defeat him again. Now, granted, I don't know. What do you guys say about that?
I will say that Colin Blair does have the natural athletic ability to get the job done. There's no question about that. He doesn't need the cartel. He didn't need the Empire. He doesn't need the cartel.
He needs the project, though, doesn't he?
He
Mike?
doesn't need any. Well, I mean, the project he'd be a welcome addition to the
Sure
project.
would.
That's for sure. But
Sorry. People need the Lord.
You
get
were,
off your soapbox.
you were saying?
I smushed my soapbox.
I'm sure that you've got to agree, though. Randall is the lesser of two evils. The project's the lesser of two evils when it comes down to them. Come on, respect the wings.
I'll respect the wings in that aspect. I mean, I was a colonist for the longest time, not quite sure why Colin has to align himself with, the rogues gallery that is the cartel. You've got Israel Sharif Fakor, you've got Adam Nostikov, both highly un-American individuals. You've got AC Norway, who's as crooked as they come. The only redeeming quality of AC Norway is, well, his people make a really mean bucket of chicken. But that's beside the point. Chicken. Why Colin Blair would side himself with that, I have no idea. But it was a tremendous match nonetheless.
I agree.
Why don't you talk about what happened in the match?
That's a very good idea.
A lot of great athletic wrestling from Colin Blair. And Randall Fairway, he's no slouch himself inside the ring, let's face it.
No.
That's why he's Pennsylvania champion.
Yeah, he's the greatest Pennsylvania champion we've ever had
I
here.
don't know about that.
Who's his competition?
Israel Sharif Kapoor was one of the best. Bam Bam was one of the best.
I will say this, that London Bridge, every time he uses it, I'm just impressed. We're talking about Colin Blair now.
I didn't want to say that.
He did take a shot outside the ring, though.
Does like to remove teeth, though. I've seen that.
Yes, Rainbow, that move is... You better watch your face the next time you're in a match with Randall Fairway.
Well,
That's
anyways,
Mikey Morton.
Colin Blair is the winner of the match.
But it shows like that one, and many other shows that prove why All or Nothing Professional Wrestling is the best value in family entertainment. And if you haven't been to a show, the footage we show on the rundown doesn't do it any justice. You need to come out and experience All or Nothing Professional Wrestling live.
I actually agree with him.
I totally agree with him.
Now, when we come back, we're going to dive into the latest kidnapping. First it was Mike Edwards, TV's Mike Edwards. Now it's Cass Edison's very own niece, Emily Carmichael. We'll be right back.
When will it end?
All or Nothing Wrestling would like to take this time to thank our sponsors for their continued support.
Well, I think we owe everyone an explanation. There's a big, extremely huge void missing right here.
I don't know them anything.
Well, just in case you're wondering, okay? X-Man had to be called out. Apparently the investigations are ongoing into the death of Alex O'Norway, and everybody's a suspect, even our beloved X-Man. So Samantha Sanders... What?
Knew he did it. That's the only reason why he get caught in the middle of the show. He did it. I knew he was the guilty one.
You been called yet?
No, not yet. I mean, why would they call me? I wasn't even around when I was here.
Yeah.
That was the cartel.
Yeah, likely excuse. Anyways, X is off having his interview with Samantha Sanders, leaving me and Project 13's mascot, puppet boy, buddy-o pal.
You could just stop the mascot. I'll accept that.
Moving on. Speaking of the cartel.
And kidnappings.
Yeah.
Well, they promised one.
They delivered.
I'm just glad well, kind of glad it wasn't any of us.
Now be nice.
This is nice I can get with him. Anyway, why don't we just take a look at what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, let me get that for you.
Thank you.
Oh, who are you?
My name is Emily.
Well, Emily, are you here for the AON show?
Hello, yeah.
Kinda. I mean, I don't know anything better than an AON show at this point. I mean,
Well, my uncle told me about it.
your uncle.
Yeah.
Oh, where are you from?
Oh, Minnesota.
Minnesota. She's from Minnesota. Well, let me be a gentleman. My name is Israel Sharif Kapoor. This is Mr. Adam Nostikoff. This is, mind you, Bam Bam Hassel.
Hi.
And, we happen to call ourselves the cartel.
Israel. That sounds familiar.
Is that Johnstown Magazine, you saw that?
No, my uncle said something about it. My uncle Cass.
Your Uncle Cass?
Yeah.
Cass Edison?
Yeah, that's his name. Yeah.
This is Cass Edison's niece. His niece? This is Cass Edison's niece. Well, I happen to be a business partner with Cass Edison at the time.
Oh, really?
And, I know he's a busy person. We can escort you to him.
Sure.
Bam,
I love
if you would
that.
like to help this fine young lady, and we'll go get Cass and...
I don't know. This is crazy. I don't understand this. First it's me, then it's his niece, for crying out loud. Oh,
Where does it end?
I don't know. I don't understand why we can't stop. Where's the security at? Are they on a coffee break or something like that?
I don't know. Crazy Bob, Bill, I don't know where you guys are at, but come
What do
on.
they pay you guys for? Stop this stuff. Oh, this was at a show nonetheless.
Mike, you were kidnapped by the cartel. I mean, what could this girl possibly be going through right now?
Well, the first thing is whenever you're trapped in the room, they first of all put you in a room by yourself.
Mhm.
And it's not really light, but it's kind of dark. So you kind of got all these thoughts going through your head as to what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what they're going to do to you.
Right.
Obviously. And then they kind of bring in the light. They make you do those awful videos. They're very uncomfortable. You got ISP is standing there. Nostikov is standing there. You know, there's
Believe
other
me, I know about that.
figures in the shadows as it went on. I didn't realize who they were until, my release. But it's kind of creepy because you don't know who else is there. You just know it's those two and shadowy figures.
We had those two on set, and it was creepy enough.
See? You know what I'm talking about.
Now, let's give everybody a little bit of background here. Emily Carmichael is Kess Edison's niece. That would be Kess's sister, Louise Carmichael. That is obviously her daughter. You know the family rather well.
And a close friend of Kess's for so many years. Yeah. That's why I can't believe it. Of all people to kidnap. This is personal. I don't understand it why. ISP, just settle it in the ring. That's simple.
Now we've talked a little bit about the living conditions and whatnot. I mean, she's obviously going to be treated well, I would hope.
Oh, they're probably going to take a lot better care of her, the whole women thing, they're delicate, flowers and...
Well, they've been talking on Facebook, too, about Emily and Bam having some sort of a date or something like that. I fear for that girl's safety.
Bam, there's no question, in his home country, or his hometown of Toronto, he is a heartthrob. There's no question. He gets swarmed by the women when he goes out to the local sushi, Japanese bacon, bars. He does get swarmed a lot, but...
It's the mask.
I mean...
Chicks did
Did she really look like she wanted to be with him? Look at the way she was running from him. He about tackled her, giving her rug burns across her
She was bound and gagged. Yeah, she didn't want to be there.
See?
That's pretty much obvious.
You're asking about the relationship between them. I'm telling you that she didn't want to be there.
I'm not asking about the relationship. I'm just saying I fear for the girl's safety. That's all there is to it. Now, obviously, Kess doesn't give me the time of day normally. Backstage, he was livid. You got to talk to him. What's his take on the whole thing?
He's been a wreck all this week. He just wants to know that she's safe. Obviously, we're going to get videos about it, but still, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I would hope they're going to take it. They did take... As much as I dislike them, they did take pretty good care of me. I mean, they gave you the necessities. You had a bed to sleep in,
Oh.
They at least followed the Geneva Convention.
I was going to say Geneva Convention.
Like they're supposed to. So, they are going to take care of her. The question is, though, you still don't know what's going on. Even when you're in the room by yourself, you don't know what they're planning at all times. You're sitting there scared, not knowing what they're plotting.
Who's Geneva, by the way?
I'll introduce you to her later.
Oh, okay. Well, we got to remember, ISP's most influential and dominant PA champion doesn't seem interested in that, only a personal vendetta against Kess Edison. What could this possibly give the cartel as far as, an advantage?
Obviously, leverage. No matter what. Kess is not going to do something. If they say, Kess, if you do this, we're going to hurt you. He's not going to put her in jeopardy. It's a family member crying out loud. He's very close to her, in case you don't know. And obviously, it's during the match with AC Norway. If they bring her out on the ramp, he's going to be distracted. He's going to be looking that way. We see what happens when a distraction happens. You get the schoolboy, quick pin. And AC Norway could take one decision and fire all of us.
Where does it end? Where does it end? Okay? I mean, why can't the project do something about this? I mean, you guys have strength in numbers. Can't you guys go in there and get Emily Carmichael? You obviously know do you know where you were being held?
No, I don't. They had me blindfolded the entire time. All I know is that it was fairly nice from what I could see of it. But
Sure, it wasn't the Ritz, but
probably not the Hampton in downtown or anything like that.
Apologies to the Hampton. Well, whatever's going on, Kess Edison is a man of action, as much as I hate to say it.
There for you, man. I'm there for you.
Personally, I think the guy's a bit of a jacket of all trades.
Of all trades, you had that.
And I'm sure he won't sit idly by and just let this continue. When we come back, we're going to get an update on the investigation into our founder's death. We'll We'll be right back.
About investigating the kidnappings.
Well, eventually that too, but for right now, we'll be back. Welcome back to the AON Rundown. Samantha Sanders was revealed to us in January not only to be the new general manager of the AON, but Alex O'Norway's attorney. She stated not only was she put in charge of policing the AON and the decisions made by the three owners, but that she was heading up the investigation into the death of Alex O'Norway himself. What does this mean for the AON? What do you think?
Well, obviously we know she's conducting interviews with everybody on the roster. Obviously, I mean, although it is quieter without him, maybe we can get her to take him every week. Anyway, I digress. You know, she's going to be interviewing everybody. She's going to interview you. She's going to interview Project 13, the cartel, referees, managers. She's even going to interview, Crazy Bob, our security guy. She's interviewing everyone.
That should be fun. Let's be a fly on the wall for that interview.
Well, let's not forget, it's an open interview. Or an open investigation, I'm sorry.
Exactly. She is promising an open investigation. We're going to be showing those interviews or segments from them right here on the Rundown. Maybe we'll get to see Crazy Bob. Who knows?
It's very interesting because it's going to be such a distraction. I understand what the consequence. I understand a man got murdered, but at the same time, these guys have to concentrate on matches. Randall Fairway's got to concentrate on retaining that Pennsylvania champion. He's got to be focusing on his opponent. He can't be thinking about...
It's more than just Randall Fairway, okay?
Well,
like you said, somebody has been murdered. Somebody's been murdered, okay? We have to have an ongoing investigation. Obviously, it's somebody within the company that did it. And Samantha Sanders has been hired by someone in the family to come in here and investigate. It's got to be done. We have to get to the bottom of this. Who knows who's next? It could be you. Could be Kess Edison. It could be AC Norway. Let's hope. But let's just face it, it has to be done. We have to get to the bottom of this before it goes any further.
Yeah, and once again, it's a huge distraction to the roster. They have to think about this investigation while they're trying to concentrate on getting ready for matches and everything else going on.
Well, Samantha Sanders has had quite an influence on the AON thus far.
Saving your neck.
Yeah, she did, and I owe her that. Thank you. She's also made several stipulations. After, of course, I was put in peril, she put C4 in a match last night against Israel Sharif Fakor and Ryan Fear. We'll have talk about that next week. She banned the cartel and who else? Project 13.
I was on her side when she banned the cartel from ringside until she threw me out.
You had to go too.
I don't know why. I was
Because you're a synthesizer.
Smack X for that one. I was at ringside. I was doing my job like I'm supposed to. I'm calling matches. I'm hanging out with you guys.
Well, okay. Well, you're going to gripe about her, but I know one Project 13 member that she's had quite the effect on, and that is Mr. Kess Edison. He seems to be a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Smitten, perhaps?
She has no effect on him. What he is doing is, Kess is a smart individual. I know this. He's just luring her in. It's a sense of security. He's got to cooperate with this entire investigation. That's all he's doing.
Believe me, if that sense of security lasts for more than 4 hours, Kess, you need to see a doctor, okay? Here's the deal, okay? She comes out. Kess says that he doesn't want to have Randall fight at all. Randall's not going to fight in a match. She comes out and says, oh yes, Randall will fight in a match against Sherrod Hall. Kess is like, you know what? It's like the Jedi mind trick. She's like, Randall will not fight against Sherrod Hall. She comes out and says, oh no, Randall will fight. He's like, well, maybe Randall will fight. Don't tell me she doesn't have an effect on it.
No effect. He's just cooperative. That's all. He's working with her. He's got to put up with her for now, at least until the investigation's over. Then she can be gone again, and Kess can run the AON like he's supposed to.
Then he'll propose. Whatever the case, Samantha Sanders will be making Samantha Sanders will be making a huge impact on the AON in 2011, and I don't think she'll leave any stone unturned until her investigation is over. I think. Don't know. We'll be back. many things going on in the AON, it is totally hard to keep up, Edwards.
Oh, unbelievable. But
Where are you going?
you can go right there. AONWrestling.com. You can follow all the updates. Everything's on there. We have all the information. Future shows, past shows. And of course, we have the forums. You can interact with all of the members of the staff, us, the roster. Everyone is on there, all for free, unless your name's Drew Shannon and you have to pay for it.
It's not funny.
It's
not funny at all.
Oh, I got a kick every time I think about that.
Don't forget Facebook, by the way. During our live events, you can go to AONlive.com and see all the information as it happens. Plus, you can interact with the wrestlers and all that on our Facebook page as well.
I do believe it's actually facebook.com/AON Live.
Whatever. They can go to Facebook and they can find it, okay? Trust me, you people are smart enough. Shut up. Shut up. And by the way, I have an official announcement, a huge announcement. I don't know if you know this or not.
Oh, I know this. I'm just letting you handle this.
Fantastic. Our very own C4 and his rotten attitude.
So wait for you to, say sorry for what you did.
I'm not sorry, I'm a broadcast journalist. Anyways, C4 has been called up to the WWE. Yes, World Wrestling Entertainment, John Cena, Vince, you know what we're talking about, right? Yeah, the WWE. He's gonna work he's gonna do some work on both Raw and SmackDown. Next week, we'll have an exclusive interview with C4 about this fantastic opportunity. Join us for that can't-miss interview right here on ABC 23 at 11:30 a.m. next Sunday, where we're always going to be here. It's the AON Rundown. Thanks for tuning in, and as X-Man would say,
Amen for AON.